Right, so in these next lots of videos, it's just going to be mixed examples of our trig formula. So having a go at identifying which formula to use and then actually using it. What I have done and what I've prepared for this set of videos is I am doing it in two chunks. I'm going to have a video A and a video B. This is just so one video doesn't become overly long, and it just means you can break it down as well in terms of viewing. So let's just jump straight to it. So question 1, I've got calculate the length of EF. So I'm wanting to find out this length here. So start off with, there's no mention of area anywhere, so I know it's not my area of a triangle. I've got one side, two side, and I'm being asked to find the third side. And because I'm being asked to find the third side, that means it is my cosine rule, and specifically the a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. So the key subject letter-wise is A. I want A to be where my unknown's at. So changing that D into a capital A. And then the E and the F can become B and C. Doesn't matter what way round I put it. So then substituting into my formula, I'm going to have A squared equals 9.3 squared plus 12.1 squared minus 2 times 9.3 times 12.1 times that cos A. And then putting that all into a calculator. And I wrote cos A there. That should say cos 32. And that comes out as 42.03829 and so forth. So that's my A squared, but I need to find out what A is. So remember, you must square root it to get A. So I'm doing square root and I'm just pressing that answer button on my calculator so I don't have to write all of that out again. And that gives me 6.48369 and so forth. And if I was to round it to two decimal places, that would be 6.48 centimetres. Okay, so next one then, I've got calculate the area of the triangle below. The fact it says that word area there means that we're going to be dealing with our area of a triangle formula. So area equals a half AB sine C. So the 18 and the 23, they have to be my AB because those are the sides that I'm given. So that's A and that's B. So that's going to make this capital A and this capital B. But in my formula, I want my capital C. And that's going to be up here. So I need to figure out what this angle in here is going to be. And this is a nice straightforward one. Always go back to your early angle knowledge. If need be, because sometimes it is just a simple little calculation you need to do, which you would have been taught years ago, and that is angles in a triangle add up to 180. So in order to find that angle at C, I need to do 180 take away the other two angles added together. So that's going to be 180 take away 97, which is just going to be 83 degrees. So now I've got all my information. I can now substitute that into the formula. So that's going to be half times 18 times 23 times sine 83. And then sticking that all into, sorry, I hope that didn't come out too loud. Sticking that all into my calculator. And that comes out as 205.4570 and so forth. And just rounding that to two decimal places would be 0.46 and it'll be centimetres squared. Okay, last one of this video then. So here I've got calculate the size of angle PQR. So PQR is going to be this angle in here. Because PQ and R. So I need to find out what that angle in there is going to be. So there's no mention of area, so it's not my area of a triangle. I have two sides, but I'm not worrying about the third side, so it's not my cosine rule. And so therefore that leaves my sine rule. And remember the sine rule, you're given it as A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. But because we're finding an angle, we must flip it upside down. So we're doing sine A over A, sine B over B, and sine C over C. And sine rule, doesn't matter which you pick for your A, B, and C. So I'm just going to go through and just change all of them. So that can be A, B, and C. So that's my lowercase versions there. Okay, so going through it then. So I've got my sine A, I've got my capital A, which is at 35. So I'm just going to give that a tick. I've got my lowercase a here, which is this 3.8. So I'm going to give that a tick. My sine B, I haven't got anything here. I haven't got anything for my lowercase b either. My sine C is what I want to find out, so I'm going to give that a tick. And my lowercase c is a 6.1, so I'm going to give that a tick. So sine B is the only one that I'm not using, so I'm going to cross that out. So then I want to substitute what I have into my formula. So my A is that 35, my lowercase a is the 3.8. Still don't know what sine C is. And then my lowercase c is at 6.1. And now I need to do my rearranging trick. Sine C is the thing I want. So I write sine C equals, multiply across that diagonal. And then divide by the last thing on the bottom here. So then that is what sine C is going to equal, but C will just be the inverse sine of all of that. So I'm putting that in my calculator. And that is just going to come out as 67.0346 and so forth. And rounding it to 2 decimal places would be 67.03 degrees. So let me know if you have any questions, and in the next video I'll do some more examples of this.